Hello, beautiful souls. Today, January the 19th, 2026. How are you doing? Going through that new moon in Capricorn? We're welcoming in the elemental spirits. Earth, air, wind, fire, water, ether. We're going to smudge because the energies might try to come through. I've been kind of in my dark empath, my dark feminine this morning. And I could barely get in I got in a workout to move the energy, but I barely tried to get my coffee done because something needs to be said. So remember, love yourself first and foremost, fill your cup first and foremost, and mean it. Get on that self-love tour, get on the bus. Okay, those that are meant to be in your life will wait for you. Okay? Someone needs to hear this message today. So we're going to make this FreQSpeak day 69 of 111 days of sharing my real raw frequency and energy. And welcoming in my higher self, the shadow, the light. Been seeing videos that resonate. I'm already getting hot and I didn't pop the window open. I literally just put a hoodie on. Just got done working out. So we're going to only allow unconditional love and light into the space, divine light, divine love, divine truth, divine power, divine wisdom. Any low vibrational frequencies, energies, entities, thought forms, darkness, it's not allowed in the space. If it tries, it is going to be graciously escorted back to source, back to the light, to be transmuted, to be recycled. Because that's what it is. Okay. I was really guided to Sage this morning for this. And literally, it's just sit down, hit record. 211 on the timer. So, there's a few things coming through. I want to talk to those beautiful souls. So, welcome, beautiful souls. Welcome. We'll call this day 69 of 111. So if I landed in front of you, there's no coincidence. If you got curious and hit record, again, no coincidence. There is a message here for you. There's a resonance, there's a frequency. There's a frequency, there's a flavor, there's a color. Okay? Talking about the colors of the rainbow. We are the colors of the rainbow. Embody the rainbow frequency energy, because that's what, if you saw my videos yesterday, all the rainbows were in the field. In my field, embodied in my field. Before I woke up, literally in my third eye, which doesn't happen at all, or very minimum, is I could see rainbows. And I could actually see them in color. And I don't see in color. I don't see the way other people see. I'm that 1% that has got that particular third eye that works a completely different way. And you can look in that. Maybe that you resonate with that as emphantasia. If I'm saying it right, you can look into that. It's considered a blind third eye. Sorry. So let me just breathe. Center here. Let's find out what needs to come through. Breathe with me. Inhale. Exhale. So I literally woke up in this dark feminine energy, and dark feminine's not bad. It's good. We have to embody the light and the shadow. And by doing the shadow work and doing the healing work, you basically integrate the shadow, which is very useful. So if you've landed here, I'm going to take a wild guess that at some point in your life or your entire life, you have been attacked by the enemy. Goosebumps for confirmation. So that's going to be kind of part of this conversation. I don't know how long or how in depth this is going to go, but I was just getting very pulled to hit record. Before I even shower, before the kiddos should be coming home, he's got the day off for that particular day. And I just felt this shadow part of me, in not a bad way. It's in a very healthy way. I just felt like she, Hecate, Persephone, the dark feminine, the dark goddesses are definitely here with me today. So that might resonate with you too, as well. And again, it's all good in the hood, man. It's all good in the hood. So if you feel like you have been energetically attacked your entire life, or even certain parts of your life, this is probably for you. And this is just me sharing bits and pieces of my real raw authentic self with the collective. And again, there's a reason why I went through everything I went through my entire life. Because remember, thieves don't break into empty houses. If you're being attacked, especially your entire life, there's no coincidence, and there's a reason for it, is what I want to say. There's a reason why you've been energetically attacked, why the enemy has used vessels, low vibrational vessels, to body jump. That's a real thing. If that doesn't resonate, that's fine. You can click off and move on. I didn't myself, probably many years ago, would have laughed at this. But over this healing process, and the information and the resonance and the confirmations and the puzzle pieces fitting and all of it, I have been energetically attacked my entire life. The other thing is, I have been energetically attacked and taken out in many lifetimes. Okay, this might resonate for some of you, it might not. And again, that's fine. Maybe it's just information. And information is knowledge. Knowledge is power. Do what you want with it and take what resonates and leave the rest. That's the way this works, okay? So, stepping into the enemy is, the closer you get to fully stepping into your soul's purpose, into your destiny, into your greatness, into all of your manifestations coming in, the enemy is going to try to pull out all the stops. Know that you are protected. Get in touch with your spirit team if they're badass like mine. Like I said the other day, my spirit team is ready to go. Like, they're ready to pounce. Like, they're here to chew gum and kick ass, and they're fresh out of gum. Okay? I've also had confirmation that I come from a very long lineage of light and dark. So again, that makes complete sense on why I'm here. And you may also resonate with being the one that your ancestors prayed for. You are the one here to break all of the curses. And I'm talking not just bloodlines, I'm talking soul lineage here. Okay? Because a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times, the people in your life that are family are karmics. They're lessons. That's part of this. Like, we're in spiritual boot camp. We're in the hardest university there is. It's not easy. And if you had it easy, then you're not going to resonate with this, okay? This particular message. I love you, and that's fine. Some of us here have been through basically the hard knock life times 1,000. Something just vibrated in my 4. I'm in a ground level apartment. There's no one above me. And Gaia just, I literally felt a thud underneath my foot. So thank you. Spirit is here for sure. The dark feminines are here. So thank you. Thank you. Goosebumps. Thank you. For this conversation that I've been like, just click play, or not click play, hit record. So, does this resonate with you? I'm going to give you the last little bit. So literally, like I said, body jumping is a thing. Certain entities and demonic frequencies, energies, entities, whatever words you want to put to them, and it can go higher up. There's different levels. And for me, I think I've been attacked from the top. From top. I believe in my soul that I have been remote viewed. So I'm going to just mention those. If you have that particular ability, don't use it to intrude on other people's in privacy and invasion and energy and frequency. 909. You don't want to use it for personal gain, negative reasons, control, any of that, because it'll bite you in the fucking ass. This is a warning to someone, Spirit says. If you have that amazing capability to remote view, do not use it the wrong way. That's for somebody. I have been energetically attacked. Entities, energies have been used and sent to take me out, to keep me stuck, to keep me broken, to keep me distracted, to create chaos. all of the words that you can think of, that has been in my life. And the last 10 years has been an interesting one because, you know, doing all the shadow work and doing all of the healing, I had never thought until this past week, which I had a false light entity removed that had been attached, confirmation on my phone, that had kept me stuck in loops, whether I realized it or not. Like just these karmic loops, these distractions, these minor chaoses, these different things, blocking my manifestation. And then just continuing to find out more information that more than likely these higher ups were trying to destiny swap. What is yours is yours. It's your birthright. It's just, you're here to learn the lessons. Don't just, if this is a trigger, this is an opportunity for you to heal those core wounds, okay? To activate you. All right? And stand in your power. You're a powerful MFer, and they're scared, like, scared. That's why when you become activated, an activated earth angel, an activated light worker, when you have integrated your shadow, you are not somebody to be fucked with. You're not. It is not all love and light, right? But you have to integrate the shadow, okay? All right. And I went through a lot, you know, with all the cosmic convergences and all of the healing that took place for me last week, everything is perfectly designed and aligned and orchestrated, as it is for all of us. And when this took place, it unfolded as it was supposed to. And it just became, I asked a few weeks ago for 1,000% clarity, all of it. And my team has provided amazingly with all of the information, all of the clarity, all of the resonance, all of it. So give gratitude. I give so much gratitude to my badass team, okay? So, particular entity, I had one removed a year ago that had been attached to me since childhood because of all the attacks that took place through all the physical, mental, sexual, and physical abuse that I endured as a child, where my psyche was fragmented, honeycombed. That might resonate. Where I've spent a lot of my life, where again you end up getting in these, and again it's all for a good reason. Like it's we have to look at it from that higher perspective. You know, yes, I went through some really dark shit. I've experienced a lot of dark shit in my life, but I've come out of it on the other end, and that's the point. Is it just to build you up, to make you stronger, because you are here for a big purpose. You might not know, I don't completely know exactly what my purpose is here for the collective moving forward. I just know that it's a big ass purpose. Again, thieves don't break into empty houses. Dark entities, the powers that were, don't attack nobodies, okay? They don't use technology that's been around to look into your destiny, to look into your Akashic records, to see what is yours, okay? And again, for all you cross watchers, fuck around and find out. Because at this point, I'm assuming they're probably going to land here at some point with this stuff. And if not, this has nothing to do with you beautiful souls. But again, for you cross watchers, I'm telling you, fuck around and find out. Karma's a real thing, okay? And a lot of us that have been through the shit and been through the mud and the muck and all of it are here to clear trauma. To clear karma. Our own shit and generational shit. Generational karma, okay? So you might resonate. So your journey has probably been really long and arduous and feels like you're just slothing through the mud and, you know, like the trail's never going to end type of feeling. 14:22 on the timer. So, my beautiful souls, I'm here to say just keep up. Keep getting up, dusting yourself up, and keep moving forward. Find your community, whether it's videos like this, tarot readings that's helping you give support, calling your team for support, okay? Remember, if this resonates with you, you are part of the collective that has been attacked, deeply attacked by very nefarious, dark things. It's real, right? This is just a simulation. This is just a school. This is just a boot camp. This is just training. The spiritual realm. You probably feel like you've been attacked in your dreams. If you feel like you've been attacked by dogs and different entities and things like that, they're attacking you in the spiritual realm as well, outside of the physical realm. Does this resonate? I actually didn't make these connections because I had some weird things happen at the end of last year. And I was, but because I was already like deep into the healing process, and I was already standing strongly in my power, that I'll give this example. I was in my bed and I was facing the left, and I literally felt like this entity or energy, because they can come back in the astral, and depends on what realms you're hanging out in and what type of work you're doing. So be mindful and ask to be protected that nothing comes back. And then if anything tries to come back, that it's escorted out of the space instantly. All of it. You can find the words that work best for you. And literally, it literally tried to grab me. I could physically feel it. Like, I knew it wasn't of the light. Let's put it that way. And it tried to attach to me and grab a hold of me. And I just basically took a few breaths, and I, in my head, telepathically, because at some point too, you're almost like that paralyzation, that sleep paralysis. And so I, tried to speak, like, get the fuck off of me, get the fuck out of here. Called in my team, called in source, and within, less than, I don't know, it felt like less, it didn't feel like it happened very long, but it was long enough for me to be completely aware of what just took place. All right. So maybe that resonates with you if you're experiencing that. Okay. So protect yourself. So like I said, I had this entity so I'm 49. So because of everything that took place when I was a child, because they fractured my psyche through all the abuse and through all of the attacks, split my psychic apart. So I had to call all those pieces back, do all the healing, do all the integrating. And then when I had Reiki done for the very first time or second time, it was one of the first two times, no coincidence that everything's unfolding, like I said, there was a very stubborn entity that had been attached to me since I was a child. And the Reiki practitioner actually was assisted by what I would assume my highest self, my main spirit guide at the time, because it was that stubborn. And it took a lot for me to, I over the next month or so, I got really sick. The body's just like something that had been attached to you that long. This recent one had been attached to me for at least 10 years, at least. I have a really damn good idea where it came from and who it came from, and have been very, very awakened and awoke to, again, a false light being attached to me from somebody who is pretending to be awake and aware and in tune with the light, but is actually pretending to be somebody that they're not, and using abilities like remote viewing to invade in your energetic space, in your dreams, using magic, dark magic. Again, magic is everywhere. Everyone uses magic every single day. It depends on how you use it and your intention behind it. Be mindful of what you say, what you speak, what you write, all of it. Don't gossip. Don't get involved in gossip. All right? It's everywhere. And if you're not hip to this, you're susceptible to it. So knowledge is power. So collective, get knowledgeable on it. Okay? That's the point. The powers don't want you to know how powerful you are. The powers that were don't want to know how magical and magnificent you are, and that you can manifest anything. Okay? Stand in your power. Remember who you are. Do you remember who you are? Do you remember who you are? Do you remember who you are? Remember who you are and stand in that power. And as you continue to do that more and more, you just feel stronger and you rebuild and you heal. I'm not joking. When I used to make jokes before I found out more current information, the amount of sleep I was requiring, because I was being energetically attacked during the day and at night, all of the stuff. I was sleeping 10 to 12 hours a day and all of this stuff. Everything's making more sense. The pieces are fitting. The information is clicking. The resonance is hitting. And certain entities and energies and people who practice things like bruja, sent through the dark shit, dark magic, are trying to block you for a purpose. Especially those that can see, whether they're seeing a dark priestess or dark priest reader, or if they are themselves are practicing these and using abilities to work, to try to block you, to harm you, to whatever it is, distract you, create chaos, harm, whatever it is. Just know that you don't have to worry about that. You continue to do you. You continue to heal. You continue to go within to get those answers, to ask, connect with your team, connect with your higher self, connect with source. Know that you are greatly protected, shielded, and guided always. And stand in your power. Call your power back often. If you're having intrusive thoughts and different things like that, do the cord cutting if you know where it's coming from. If not, just set the intention to, across all timelines, dimensions, spaces, portals, and realms, known and unknown, seen and unseen. I use that all the time. So it's more than just this. It's across all realms, portals, timelines, dimensions, spaces, known and unknown, seen and unseen. So I 21 on the timer. So I use that all the time. And then when I feel like a certain energy is trying to intrude on my space, I get loud. I get fucking loud. So I had this removed last week. I had no idea. No clue. But as soon as it was removed, I knew exactly, like the information started like flooding in from spirit. Like literally removed, like all of a sudden the floodgates open. So how I described it, once I got in my car, because it was in my upper back, I was having issues. So I can describe it as, in mentally what came to my mind is like, and again, it's a false light entity pretending to be one of your spiritual team members to keep you distracted. But it's an attachment. It's a parasite. Basically, what I can picture is it's like it's got like hooks into, all right? And it's got this circular, what it came to mind, it was like circular, and it had these like hooks or claws, tentacles, latched in. And in Reiki the night before, remember, if this is moved, like your aura has to readjust, things have to heal energetically where this entity and attachment was, plus integration and all of the stuff that, so I was just wiped last week. 2244. So some of this might help somebody. Again, if this information helps somebody, please reach out. I will do my best. I'm just kind of giving bits and pieces here. I eventually will probably unfold the whole stories, because it's literally, you take chunks of my life, and like I've joked, you could create a movie or a book from my life. Most of us probably could if you're here. It's 23 minutes in. If you're still here, you're resonating with this somehow, way, shape, or form. There's no coincidence. I got some lapradite. Maybe you're guided to get some lapradite, work with the lapradite. Okay, go please look at the benefits of you working with lapradite. And just continue to call your power back and call your back. And believe me, if it's a person trying to invade in your space, remote viewing you, energetic blocking you, trying to use your energy to manifest, blocking your manifestations, sucking and draining your energy vampires, narcissistic energies, those pretending to be light, but they are actually working of the dark, either consciously or unconsciously, because they have energetic and parasitic attachments themselves. So we have to remember that too, okay? Like I said, body jumping. And if you were assigned, if the prince himself, dare I say, the prince himself assigned particular energies and entities to attack you through your life, they will find vessels in your life or to come into your life that are of low enough vibration and frequency that they can attach these entities to, and it's almost like a puppet master, is what Source says. It's like you're almost, these energies almost like at this little puppet master thing, okay? This is real shit. And like, I said this, I don't know, somebody last week, the crazier it sounds, more than likely, the more factual it fucking is. Like, again, this is just the 3D, baby. This is just school. This is just the learning ground. When you become the master, and some of us chose level hard, Like, you know, level 1, 2, 3, 4. Some of us chose to do level 10 all in one lifetime. And there's no coincidence I said 10. So 10, 10. This cycle is complete. Contracts are burned. It's done. And when that is complete, and if it's not, if you still need to remove people, places, and things, maybe get some energy work on. If you're still struggling and you're feeling like, I just can't figure out why I still feel blocked or drained or in pain, or, and again, it can manifest in many ways. Sick, maybe you just feel sick from time to time. All of these things. Okay? I lost my concentration. Sorry about that. That's again. Thank you. It came back. So once you've cleaned up and done the healing and completed those contracts, that plug, thank you. It took me a minute to go back to what I was talking about, this energy. So what it looked like is this plug in a dam that's been blocking me, causing chaos, creating destruction, creating distraction, harm, all of the stuff. Sickness, illnesses, pain, whatever. That plug is removed. That entity is removed. Now that the auric field and all the energetic bodies have to heal. Everything has to rebalance out. The wound has to be cleansed and healed. But once that plug is undone and everything heals up, now what was stopping the dam is now able to give enough pressure into the dam for the dam to break open and everything to flood through. All your manifestation just to flood to you. All of your energy coming back. All of your abundance coming to you. All of it. Okay, so that's the best way I can describe that. So keep doing the work. So maybe you've already done the work, you're on the other side, you've done the completion. Just know that everything is already yours. Stand and walk every day, even though if this 3D reality doesn't look like that. Stand and know that you are a multimillionaire. You are excessively, energetically abundant. You are healthy, you are whole, you are healed. You are all of it. Know that. Stand in that power and walk through every single day knowing that. Okay? This has been another grand lesson. I'm wondering if this might, not to say that not new levels, again, new levels when you start leveling up, because if you're here, more than likely, you're going to be with me. We're going to be leveling the fuck up. Rapid manifestations coming in. Be mindful what you think and you speak and you write and what you feel. All right. So leveling up. So remember, new levels, new devils. So pay your attention. Take all the lessons that you've learned and be very mindful and really learn to use your discernment. That's been my hugest tool, that quantum compass, your heart. How do you physically feel? If you feel like you're getting the ick from somebody, get the fuck away. Love you from afar. I send you love and light. But if you get the ick from somebody, whether that's their smell, just you feel weird around them, maybe you feel some energy, excuse yourself. Same thing with the space, okay? Your abilities are becoming very heightened at this time. They're coming more and more online. And again, like I said, if you have certain abilities, do not use them in ways to interfere into other people's personal space on all levels, whether it's in the physical realm or the spiritual realm. Because again, you fuck around and you find out. Because what happens to those beings that do that practice dark magic and all of this stuff and try to destiny swap and try to harm light beings, it's going to return tenfold. And it will return, right? Sometimes it will become instant. So once you become to a certain spot, instant karma kicks in. Your spiritual team is here to chew gum and kick ass, and they're fresh out of fucking gum. Again, they are ready to fucking pounce because they love you dearly. They love you dearly. Beyond anything that you could probably even imagine at this point. And please call upon them for support. Ask them to wrap you up in this massive energetic hug. Especially when you're going through the thicker, heavier stuff that you're trying to transmute. Remember, you're master alchemists of your emotions. You transmute energy all day, every day, and you probably have been since the day you came out of the birth canal, whether you realize it or not. So be able to learn to work with your energy as well. because that's going to help you transmute really fast. Again, going back to, if somebody's triggering you, what core wound are they triggering? Sit with it, meditate on it, breathe, walk, contemplate, whatever you work. And then once that says, okay, what core wound is this triggering? Let's do some place work. Let's take us back. Let's do the healing. Let's integrate, and boom, you're done. So once you become aware, and knowledge is power, it's so powerful. And then you can transmute the energy so fast. You don't have to sit in this energy for a week or two. But again, depression is not a thing. It's your soul asking for deep rest. So some of you are in this state where your soul is asking you to deeply rest. I've spent more than a couple of years healing all of the attacks. Like up until this now, I didn't realize like how massive it was. But it makes sense on all of the sleep and needing all of the rest and the doing the less and the resting more. It's because my nervous system, my parasympathetic state and my sympathetic state were so imbalanced. I had been in a flight or fight my entire life for obvious reasons. Okay? So you're not alone. I'm here. I feel you. I'm you. You are me. We are we. Okay? I feel you. I love you. You've got this. Just makes you stronger, beautiful. It really does. I promise you. That's why I'm here, doing what I'm doing. Okay? I've not gone through it for no reason. Okay? For myself and to help with the collective as well. Whether you are still going through it or just coming out on the other end of it. Knowledge is power. Get hip to this shit. Okay? And yes, the crazier it might sound, you are not fucking Delulu. If you feel like you're being watched, you're probably being watched. If you feel energies and entities, smudge, smoke, burn. Ask for, use color, frequency, and energy. Blast your space. Set that intention. See it. Blast your space. When you get in the car, blast your path with light, with love. Ask to clear the path wherever you're going. Ask that people around you, everyone is safe and protected, and it clears your path. And you can use this. Energy and frequencies is real, like, it's like your first language. And if you know how to work with it, it's going to help you in the healing process. Okay? I'm trying to figure out what else wants to come through. And again, just know if you are triggered, it's again just for you to work on those core wounds, those core beliefs, those traumas. And again, if you are triggering other people, thank you for reminding me of this. Thank you. Because this came through too. So if you are triggering other people, and this also happened with me last week, I was very triggering to another soul who had an attachment. So I triggered the attachment, which the attachment is going to create panic and anxiety and all of this stuff. Doesn't mean that always is the case, but you're still triggering, whether you're triggering an entity or a parasitic situation, you also are triggering core wounds, core beliefs, core traumas, and all of these things that are asking to be addressed and brought to the surface, right? It's like shaking the soot up or shaking the sand up in the ocean. You know, everything gets stirred up and then it comes to the surface and it gets foggy and then then the water clears it out and then it crystals out. So then it shakes it up to be healed, to be transmuted, and then just washes it away. So you can use that visual as well. So just know that it's not you, that if your energy and frequency is triggering someone, it's triggering core wounds in them that it's meant to trigger. It's 3344 on the timer. It's meant to activate them, wake them up. It's supposed to, and it could just be you just being in the same space. You don't really, it doesn't necessarily have to be like an interaction. Could you just being in their space and you're going to trigger something in them. And that's that sacred mirror. Okay? And know that it's not you. It's just what is being brought up is for them to work on and to heal and to integrate and to let go of and surrender and all of the stuff. Okay? So thank you if you've made it this long. Again, if you have any questions, anything, please, please, please. And know that you can heal yourself, but sometimes you need a little assistance. I am a Reiki practitioner as well. With the light language, it's no coincidence that all this energy work has come into my awareness. My gifts and abilities are awakening with that. So please check out any of the light language that you feel like you're called to. If not mine, please check other channels like Activations with JJ. I think the other one is Estella Starborn. Ken Lloyd. Those are some really good souls that are sharing their beautiful gifts and their frequency and their energy that's going to help you with this healing process to be able to just kind of just work through the residue and the pain, the hurt, the trauma, the core beliefs, all of this stuff. So that's what's helped me over this past 1 to 2 years for sure. I've been deep in it for a couple of years now. And just know that you're not alone. You're deeply loved. You're always divinely guided and protected. Call in the energy and frequency. You work with the color. I like the rainbow because it's like all the color spectrum. And again, like I said, when I woke up this morning, I could see all the rainbows and I closed my eyes. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And I could see some more rainbows. So I know that frequency is here with me as well. As well as thank you to the dark goddesses that are here. You know, I unconsciously, they've been with me. I'm not real familiar with them, but maybe you resonate more with them. So like Hecate, I'm probably saying that wrong. And like Persephone, and yeah, I can't think of any of the other ones. There's more. But it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. We have to integrate the shadow with the light so we can have control of the shadow. Being a master alchemist of your emotions. Okay. Being the master alchemist, period. Being the master transmuter. All right. And you heal yourself. Sometimes, again, you might need a little assistance from other beautiful light beings that are working with you. And then it just gives you space to be able to continue to do the healing. So I had assistance, but then I know how to continue to do the healing work. And in integration and recalibration and all of that stuff. But if I needed any more assistance, I will reach out to get that more help. But some people might need more assistance than others. Feel into what feels resonant. Sit and meditate on that. Talk to your spiritual team. Contact your higher self. Just have that connection with source, whatever words work best for you. I use all of them. My higher self, source, creator, mother, father, God, my spiritual team, my ancestors, my galactics, my unicorn guides, my dragon guides, my fairy guides, my elemental guides, all of them. So it feels whatever I'm called to work or use the words with on that particular day. 3707. So hopefully this reaches the right people. Again, always for your highest and best good. All of the unconditional love and light. Through and with divine light, divine love, divine truth, divine power, divine wisdom, and divine knowledge, because knowledge is power, wisdom is power. Thank you for hanging out with me, co-creating. And I love you, beautiful souls, from my heart to yours. From our heart to yours. We'll see you soon. Love you. Bye.